Donald Trump's name is etched in the Epstein files, and it's a stain he can't scrub off. The disgraced former president, a man who's dodged accountability like a coward his entire life, is once again squirming under the spotlight of Jeffrey Epstein's sordid legacy. Those files, court records, flight logs, and murky evidence of a predator's network aren't just a window into Epstein's crimes. They're a mirror reflecting Trump's depravity, his cozy ties to a monster, and his desperate attempts to bury the truth. This isn't about speculation. This is about facts, about a man who partied with a pedophile, flew on his jet, and now has the gall to act untouchable while the world demands answers. Let's cut through the noise. Jeffrey Epstein, the financier-turned-sex trafficker, built a web of influence that snared the rich and powerful. From the 1980s until his arrest in 2019, Epstein hobnobbed with elites, offering them access to his private jet, his island, and most disturbingly, his victims. Trump was right there, grinning alongside him. Flight logs show Trump took at least 7 trips on Epstein's Lolita Express in the 1990s, hopping between Palm Beach and New York like it was his personal shuttle. 7 trips. Not one, not a mistake, but 7 deliberate choices to climb aboard the plane of a man whose predatory behavior was an open secret in elite circles. Trump's own words from 2002 haunt him. He called Epstein a terrific guy, gushing about their shared taste for beautiful women, some on the younger side. That's not a casual remark, it's a chilling glimpse into the mind of a man who saw no problem with Epstein's world. Fast forward to 2025 and Trump's still dodging the fallout. The Epstein files, partially released in January 2024 and again in February 2025 under his hand-picked Attorney General Pam Bondi, are a masterclass in obfuscation. These so-called releases are a sham, recycled documents, flight logs we already knew about, nothing new to expose. The full scope of Epstein's network or Trump's role in it. Why the delay? Why the redactions? Because Trump's terrified. He's not just in the files, he's a fixture in Epstein's orbit. Testimony from Epstein accuser Johanna Schoberg places her with Epstein at Trump's Atlantic City casino. Photos show Trump leering at parties with Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, the predator's partner in crime. And then there's Michael Wolff's bombshell claim in June 2025. Epstein allegedly showed him Polaroids of Trump with topless young girls at Epstein's Palm Beach mansion in the early 2000s. Unverified? Sure. But with Trump's track record, it's not hard to believe. The man who claims to drain the swamp is drowning in it. Trump's defenders scream that he's innocent, that being named in the files doesn't mean guilt. But innocence doesn't fly private with a pedophile 7 times. Innocence doesn't praise a predator as terrific. Innocence doesn't appoint an attorney general who drags her feet on releasing documents that could clear his name if he had nothing to hide. Bondi's Phase 1 release was a pathetic dodge, a stack of papers we'd already seen meant to placate the public while protecting her boss. Trump's FBI director, Kash Patel, is no better, stonewalling requests for transparency with excuses about ongoing investigations. What investigations? Epstein's dead, Maxwell's in prison, and the victims deserve answers, not cover-ups. Trump's not protecting justice, he's protecting himself. And then there's Elon Musk, the billionaire who lit this fire. In June 2025, Musk, fed up with Trump's bloated spending bill, dropped a truth bomb on X. Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they haven't been made public. No evidence, Musk? Maybe. But when a former ally with 220 million followers calls you out, it's not just a tweet, it's a signal that even Trump's inner circle knows he's tainted. Musk's own ties to Epstein are murky, but his accusation cut deep. Because it echoed what millions already suspect, Trump's hiding something. The White House's response? A pathetic whimper from Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt dismissing Musk's claim as an unfortunate episode. Unfortunate for who? For Trump, whose lies are unraveling faster than his campaign promises. The critics are closing in. Democratic lawmakers like Dan Goldman and Stephen Lynch aren't letting up, demanding Bondi release every page, every name, every detail. Their letter in June 2025, titled "Is Trump Suppressing the Epstein Files?" isn't just a question, it's an indictment. The public's fed up too. X is ablaze with posts calling Trump a fraud, a man who built his brand on bravado but cowers when the truth knocks. Users like @Gino the Ghost rip into him for pretending to be a champion while his name sits in Epstein's black book. Even Trump's allies, like J.D. Vance, sound hollow defending him, their loyalty strained by a man who can't outrun his past. Trump's not just a bystander in this scandal, he's a symbol of everything rotten in power. He's the guy who partied with predators, who used wealth and influence to skate above consequences, who now dares to lecture America on morality while his administration buries evidence. The Epstein files aren't just about one man's crimes, they're about a system that lets men like Trump thrive. Every delayed release, every redacted page is a slap in the face to Epstein's victims who deserve to know who enabled their abuser. Trump's not a victim here, he's a villain, a man who knew enough to distance himself from Epstein after 2007 but not enough to stop him. The truth is coming whether Trump likes it or not. Musk's deleted posts, Wolf's unverified claims, the flight logs, the photos, they're pieces of a puzzle that's taking shape. Trump can threaten lawsuits, sick his loyalists on critics, or hide behind Bondi's skirts, but he can't erase history. The Epstein files are a reckoning and Trump's name is all over them. He's not a leader. He's a leech, clinging to power while the world sees him for what he is. A man who danced with devils and thought he'd never pay the price. Keep squirming, Donald. The spotlight's on and it's burning.